How are we doing out there today, folks? Looks like we are live. Good to see you all here. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Clive Jeffrey, and you can find out all about me on clivejeffrey.com. So just as we are waiting for Facebook to build us an audience here, today's topic is 4 elements of a good blog. Now, if you've been following any of my training lately, you know I'm talking about how to generate traffic, and we've been looking at Facebook and Twitter for generating leads. But ultimately, as I always say, the purpose of doing those things is to drive people back to your own personal blog. And the reason that we have our own personal blog is that that is one of the pieces of real estate that we actually own on the internet. Now, the 4 elements that we're going to go over a good blog today is actually 2 of them are going to be on the actual blog itself, and 2 of them are actually going to relate to actual blog posts. But just quickly, I just want to, while the audience is gathering, we know, as we say, we're going to be talking about 4 elements of a great blog. Why should you be having a blog in the first place? Well, as I mentioned and alluded to earlier, your blog is one of the things that you own online. All your social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those you don't actually own, so you can have your channel shut down at any stage. So it's critical that you work on things that you do own. If you're building a long-term sustainable business, you want to be in control, and your blog is a piece of real estate online that you actually own. The other thing that you own is your own list. Hey there, Sadie. It's your list. So those are people who have given you their contact information in return for some value that you provided to them. It's normally done in a win-win situation, which we're going to cover as part of today's topic. So those are the 2 main critical reasons why you need your own blog. You want to be able to own your own piece of real estate online, and through that piece of real estate you generate leads which become your list, and those things then you can build relationships over time and market to them and add value to them and sell them products that they are going to solve problems that they are actually having. So very much a win-win situation, as all business should be. So your blog is the central hub, and all your social media platforms are like spokes in the wheel driving the traffic to your blog. So that's how the whole if you want to form a visual picture of how it all works and the reason and how it all comes together. So your blog is in the central, and you use all your social media posts to drive traffic and get people to know you, and that way you can send them through to your blog and build your audience with them there. So that's the main reasons why you want to have a blog. So let's get into today's topic as we discussed. 4 basic elements that you need to have what we call a good blog. The first one is pretty simple and pretty obvious. That is, you need good images. Now, people are very visual, and I'm sure if you think about your own habits, and you even just when you're on social media, you're scrolling through, and a good image is going to capture your eye long before a piece of text. And the same thing comes through when you're talking about your actual blog. You want to have a decent blog header. You want to have a clear description in it of what you're all about. So it's your pitch line, if you like, that people can quickly identify with and see that they're at the right place, and what this blog is all about is going to help them. So think about your target market and have a clear message that they're going to be able to relate to, and have good images. You want to have a good image of yourself, because we're talking about personal branding here. As we always say, people join people, not business opportunities. So you want to have your own image on that cover shot, and a good professional looking image that that people can clearly see who you are, and it must be current, because you don't want to have like your high school picture there and you're now in your 60s. It just doesn't, it's just not congruent, and it breaks the trust factor. So you want to have a current photo there, and good clear images. Now obviously that I mentioned there on your blog header, but you want to also have those on your actual blog posts themselves. Good images. Now there's plenty of places that you can find free images on. You want to be careful about getting royalty free ones and no copyright claims to them. There's my favorite that I get all my images from is Pixabay. It's pixaby.com. It's free, and you can use those images for whatever you want. And then I normally resize them and everything on a free program called canva.com. That's canva.com. If you have any trouble finding those, just message me and I'll hook you up. So that was number one, have good images. Number two is you want to have a good lead magnet. Now, what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is basically a solution to a problem that your target market is having. So for example, in my niche, it's the home business niche. I know one of the biggest problems that home business owners and network marketers have is generating leads. So I have a lead magnet on how to generate your first 10 leads online without any technical skills. So when people go to my blog, that's the first thing they see. They can opt in, and by opting in, they can give me their name and email address, and in return for that I will give them this free training on how they can go about generating their leads. So you can see with that it's a win-win situation. So I get their contact information, which allows me to build a relationship with them over time by providing more value to them via email, and they get the training on how to go out and generate leads, which is the pain point that they're experiencing. And if everything's congruent on your blog, that's the reason they came to your blog in the first place. So it's important to have congruency all the way through. You want to have it should be clearly identified in your blog images what the blog is all about, and then your lead magnet needs to be congruent with that and provide a solution to one of the pain points or the main pain points that your target market is having. So when your prospects arrive to your blog, they know straight away by visually seeing that they're in the right place, and they click through on your lead magnet and they've got a tool, and by following those two simple steps, they see you obviously as an authority and someone that can help them solve their problems. So when you actually get on the phone with them or have further conversations with them down the track, they're going to really see you as that authority figure. The relationship is going to be well underway, and they're going to be much better placed to want to actually do business with you. So those are the first two, and that's basically talking about the actual blog itself. Now, if you don't have a blog, it's not as daunting as you think to get one set up. Message me, I can help you out with that. There's a platform that I use that provides a very, very easy solution to do that, very cost effective, and you need virtually no tech skills to get it done. So just message me and we can get that sorted out. The next one is two other points. So we've had two on the blogs themselves. Now I'm talking about two elements of an actual blog post. Now the first one for a blog post is that we want to have, so this is quite a simple one really. If you're actually doing content and it's all going to be related to your niche market. So if you've got topics that are similar, have links between the actual blog posts, so that way if they've got some value from the actual blog post they're currently reading, they obviously want to know about that subject. So if you've written further posts that are similar to that subject but maybe from a different point of view, or just another aspect of it, and if you just provide a link, like a clickable hyperlink from that blog post to the next one on a relevant topic, again they're going to see you as like a real problem solver for them. They're going to again hold you in that authority figure status. So simple little tip there, and also it gets more traffic to your blog. It shows Google that it's more relevant, people are clicking through to the pages, and that everything's congruent. They've gone from being drawn in by the blog header picture, the lead magnet's been congruent, and they've opted in, and then they're coming back to look at and use the content, and they're clicking through because it's all congruent. So you can see how it all flows together and works to your own best advantage. And obviously we're here to provide value to our target audience, so by doing that they get the maximum amount of value from your actual blog posts. And then the last one is having a PS line on your blog posts. This is a really, really great way to up the number of leads that you actually get on your blog posts. So normally I would suggest on your actual blog post itself, you've got links at various points through the post, and again that are to taking them to further training or even possibly items for sale, but they have to be congruent. So if you write blogging about health and wellness, you don't want to send them on a link through to pet food. You know what I mean? It's got to be congruent. So make sure that everything that you do is congruent all the way through. And then on your PS line, you can have another link, but offer further training. So you can bold that PS line and have again a clickable link through to for further information, or to set up an appointment to learn more, something along those lines. But definitely use the PS line. People, it's been proven even in direct mail that the PS line call to action gets the most response. So definitely incorporate that into your blog post. So, and you'll notice the number of leads that you generate go up, very, very quickly. So just recapping the 4 elements that we discussed today on this training, 2 of them related directly to your blog itself. The first one being have good, clear images that portray what the blog's all about. And the second one was having a good lead magnet that again is congruent with what the blog is all about and solves a critical need of your target audience. And then the other 2 tips were for blog posts themselves, where the first one being just something simple like linking between similar blog posts on your actual blog. So literally guiding your audience through your blog itself. And then the last one was having a PS line call to action. So hopefully you've got some value from this. If so, please like and share, and if you think there's someone else that that could use some help with their blog or thinking about setting up a blog, forward this to them. And if you want to go and check out my blog, go to clivejeffrey.com. And as I mentioned, if you're looking at setting up your own blog, message me. I can help you out with that. So thanks for everyone that's come along here live. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And as I say, please share if you got some value. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.